I think it's like, what, 280 pounds?
Sir, your map has been updated with the locations of the components you'll need to rebuild the cryogenic drill.
Thanks, Alfred. I'm on it.
No, the man's like 6. I think he's like 6'4", 240 pounds. Batman is 6'2", weighing 210 pounds outside of the suit. So yeah, that's 210 of muscle. We don't need another 100 pounds of armor. Because that just starts being like, okay, you can... Your punch will kill someone. That's 300 pounds of, like, muscle and armor. Oh yeah, he has to be a beefy boy at 6'2". To be able to do all the stuff he does, he needs to be beefy. Like, Batman would not work if he was under 200 pounds with his height. The boy would be very malnourished. Like, I'm 5'7", 5'8", and I weigh 180. So I'm 30 pounds lighter than him, and I have no muscle compared to him. Well, like, and I'm using that as like a reference point. Someone figure out how many newtons a punch his can reach. I think they actually have. Hold on. How many newtons? How strong is Batman's punch? Unfortunately, live action, the only source is from Batman v Superman, which doesn't exactly stand up to many scrutiny. He has 1,420 pounds of force behind his punches. Again, that's the Snyderverse, so I don't know if we want to count that. Also, it just seems like a lot for him. You're not backseating. Backseating is you telling me how to play. Like, backseating is when, like, you tell me how to play the game. And you're not doing that, so we're fine. Damn it. No, engaging with chat is not backseating. I do recommend the Arkham series, including Origins, even though Origins was made by Warner Brothers Montreal and not Rocksteady. Obviously, the ones made by Rocksteady hold up a little bit better, but all four are great games, and I strongly encourage anyone to play all four. If only just because they are good games. And Batman. Like, what's the old saying? If you can always be yourself, unless you can be yourself or Batman, then be Batman.
I'm damn cold. I'll survive.
Like, don't get me wrong, I have some each of these games have a few hiccups. Like, that's just any game. But overall, they all hold up very well.
How much longer we got gotta be out in this stupid weather. Penguin said to wait for his call. He's setting something up with a buyer. Yeah, but he ain't called. You don't think? I mean, you don't think Freeze would have turned him? I wouldn't doubt it. The guy ain't human. Looks at everything like it's his next meal. I know. Those eyes, goggles, whatever. Wow. Gives me, well, chills. You two quivering idiots sure you're in the right line of work? There he is! I see him! Get your asses over here! Nice! He's on me! He's over! Now you're in! Everybody get over here now! I got him! I got him!
You don't got nothing? Damn it. You're supposed to drop your shotguns when I beat the shit out of you. Like, the fact that you're not is actually irritating.
And that's how you ring in the new year! How much longer? We gotta be out in this stupid weather. Penguin said to wait for his call. He's setting something up with a buyer. Yeah, but he ain't called. You don't think? I mean, you don't think Freeze would have turned on him? I wouldn't doubt it. The guy ain't human. Looks at everything like it's his next meal. I know. And those eyes, goggles, whatever. Wow. Gives me, well, chills. Hey! I ain't got time for this! Had to come from here he is! Oh, this...
Come on.
He's right here!
Here. Oh, Cobblepot? Yeah. All four games have a very, very interesting take on Penguin. In terms of that he's like a weapons dealer and shit. I will say this is one of my very favorite versions of Freeze in the Arkhamverse. Because he is just... He's somehow both extremely sympathetic as he's supposed to be, but terrifying, presence-wise. And I legitimately love it. Just because, like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. There's another one. This game deals with the beginning of Riddler, which is cool. You see Two-Face for the first time in this technically second game, Arkham City. Like, they do a good way of showcasing all of Batman's villains. Some more than others. What the fuck is that? Let you jump on his chest and crush him, right?
So, that's the guy! That's the guy!
Again, what is this? Ow! Okay. Okay, I was just like, what the fuck is that? I had no consideration that it could have been like an environmental kill thing. Eddie, in these games, this is my take on him. They made him an incel, and I love it. And in the capacity, I love that they made him like the running joke. He's not intimidating. He's not anything threatening. He is just some incel who cannot get enough attention. Because that's what Riddler is. He is just a fucking incel. Unfortunately, the games don't give you really riddles. It's more like scavenger hunting for trophies and shit. I wish they gave him an actual, like, plot instead of just, you know, go find my riddles. But what can you do? When you got as many rogues as Batman, someone's got to lose the, you know, some of the highlights. Some people are just going to get screwed over. And Riddler was that one. What happens if I get all those? Oh, it looks like thermal gloves get boosted.
Air 3's refueled, ready for assignment.
There's another one right there. Sweet. Kind of what he did in the animated series. Sort of like, no, like in the animated series, you had the Maze of the Minotaur, you had the toy line he did. Like there actually were good arcs for his riddles. In this one, it's literally just like go find 100 or so trophies. It's not actually like riddles. The Arkham Knight and City give you riddles of like, you know, oh, find this object because I'm going to give you a clue. But I wish he got an actual, like, give me the Maze of the Minotaur arc or something. Because, like, this DLC for Freeze, it's literally ripping the plot of the animated series episode where we meet Freeze when he kidnaps Boyle and he, like, expects you to go stop him. They took it right from the animated series and just adapted it. Only difference is they add in the penguin part because, you know, why not? They add in some. Nah. You could make the argument he deserves it, because, like, again, he's an incel in this one, so, like, he doesn't deserve the whole... Why can't I jump? There we go. All I wanted was this. I don't want to go inside the thing and fight those people. I know Riddler stands don't like how he's portrayed in some ways, but, like, fuck that. In these games, you also get a good take on Raish. In that, like, Raish is actually kind of fucking terrifying. He's not as like cliched mustache twirling villain. I think the only person who got really screwed was Shiva. And I think she got screwed because in this game, like, there is a lot of GPD. This whole game takes place between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Of all the things that the GCPD goes through, they'll be fine. I always thought Al Ghul. In the comics, he is terrifying. But like in the animated series, I thought he was kind of like, oh, they just turned Shiva into like a one-time fight and you're done. She sends you off to save 3 lives, and then you know, there wasn't any like real plot for her. But this game, 8 assassins are hired to kill Batman. She's one of them, and she literally, after you beat the crap out of her, she's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving. Bye. I just wanted to see how good you were." Like, she really just phones it in. And anyone who knows Lady Shiva knows, like, she's a lot better than that. She wouldn't give up after after Batman just beat her in a fist fight. Especially given who trained her, who she works for, and all that. I always thought it was a shame that we don't get her daughter, because that would have been really cool. But then again, I want one game where we have the entire Bat fam. That's all I want. And it to be a good game. If the comics are able to do it, then, you know. Really? That might be a challenge. This, like, as arrogant again as it sounds, I personally think that I could rewrite all 4 Arkham games. Add one more game to make it a 5-game series, and you would get every Bat fam member to have equal screen, like, not screen time, but like importance. Even if it's just like them being part of the story, not the center of it. Because these, at the end of the day, they are Batman stories. That doesn't mean you can't include the Bat fam. Who brings a freaking sword to beat the Bat? It wasn't a sword. It was a knife. But also, no, there are a lot of enemies in these games who do bring katanas, because, you know, League of Assassins. It's what they do. And I'm just now realizing the place I fought all those people in the garage was where I was supposed to be. That whole time I was actually where I was supposed to be going. Go figure. Hell, Damien would bring a sword to fight the Bat. He probably would do well.
Alfred, I've assembled the cryo drill, but it requires some kind of superconducting fluid to operate.
Here it is, sir. An organic supercoolant used in an experimental lab run by one Victor Freeze.
Oh, no, it's just a knife.
Mr. Freeze.
It seems too great a coincidence to ignore. It says here that Ferris had Mr. Freeze's lab shut down.
If he's a disgruntled employee out for revenge, then this is about more than just stealing weapons tech.
Freeze's lab is under quarantine. Some kind of accident.
I'm on my way back to Gothcorp now.
Yeah, they did that. Does that? Look. Oh, it's an anarchy symbol. I think I got that one. This is a knife. Yep, I got that one. Obviously, this is a hindsight complaint. They should have made the tags go away after you scan them. Just so I don't, like, try to scan it twice. Ugh.
Security breach in the organics lab. Lockdown protocols in effect.
What's Fitchin gets you? We're gonna rip this place apart until we find a way to get Penguin out of his situation. Then, we're gonna open up this Mr. Freeze like a can of tuna.
Do 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 do. You need to call yourself an ambulance. Bam!
Kill the bat!
Get fucked. Oh, ice ray. Guns, ice way. And out. By yourself, bro. Just call it quits.
Fitzy's here to save his sorry ass.
You guys really don't know. Oh, you're a big boy. Okay, okay. Get wrecked. Fuck all of you. I sure hope that there is. These are Penguin's goons. In this one, Freeze doesn't really have any, like, minions. They're actually more playing on the idea he's only doing the crime he is for his wife. It's not a, he has goons to fight for him. Which I like, because I like it better when Freeze is not a crime boss. Instead is just like, I am doing what I'm doing for my wife, other than that, I don't care. But no, all the minions in this DLC are penguins. Which means we all know that they're not being paid well, because Penguin doesn't pay people well. That would actually imply that Penguin actually knew how to share money. Yeah, Freezer's never been like a, I want minions to fight for me. It's always been a, I'm here for my wife, that is all. Hell, he actually says it on multiple occasions. He has no quarrel with Batman. It's always been a, I'm doing this for my wife, that is all. That being said, if Bruce volunteered to help Freeze, he wouldn't have to be a villain. But now he doesn't want to do that because, you know, fuck you, I guess. I don't know. Bruce knows that he could fix a lot of Freeze's problems in a fucking 2-minute check. But he doesn't, so...
I'll need to evacuate this lab of cryovapor before the lockdown protocol on this door is disengaged.
He can't get those. Not while the lab's full of cryovapor. We can't get in here with all that cryovapor. We're safe. We can't get through that vapor while there's still power to the tank. This ain't the way I planned on spending my New Year's Eve.
There are power conduits running through the greenhouses. I should be able to disable them with a thermocharged batarang.
Oops. That wasn't what I intended.
I need to disable those 2 power conduits to stop that reactor leak. Then I need to ventilate the room of cryovapor.
The other one.
I need to disable those 2 power conduits to stop that reactor leak. Then I need to ventilate the room of cryovapor.
Didn't he help him in the animated series? I thought Wayne paid to complete... That was in the, Victor Freeze movie, but, like, he knew about Freeze for years before that. We see, I think Freeze has, like, 4 or 5 episodes in the animated series. In each one, Bruce could have, at any time, as Bruce Wayne, said, hey, Victor, I will give you the financial funds to help your wife on the condition that you make, like, a paper about it. And just share your research with the world. But he didn't. He chose to be like, well, your research can continue in Arkham. Good luck. Yeah, also, it's not even, like... I don't think it's actually confirmed canonical that, like, the Sub-Zero movie actually happened. I forget if it was actually canonical or just like a, hey, we're going to do a little fun romp. It's never mentioned outside of the movie, like, the events of it. To my memory, it was one of those, like, it happened, we're not going to talk about it, we're moving on. Okay. Yeah, and I need to do something with, like... Oh, it's in here. Okay.
Hope the cryo vapor kills that bastard. I thought somebody was supposed to kill that son of a bitch. You got the first switch. What's he doing? He's doing something. Do we got a plan beyond the usual shoot him to hell? The lamp's still full of cryo vapor and the fans ain't working. I think we're safe. If he manages to get
They're thinking again.
that'll suck the vapor out of that room. Then we charge and shoot. I hope you guys brought extra ammo.
Cryonics. No, we also see in Batman Beyond that Freeze makes it to like Batman Beyond's time. And in that time, like, Nora's been like moved on and everything.
Batarang could break up the ice encasing that vantage.
I think like that's been the most like unfortunate thing, is that regardless, Nora moved on. Like she does get better and she moves on from Victor, which is why like it just sucks. Yeah, seriously, it always works out for minions. Not once has a minion plan ever gone awry. Grabbing you.
Get off me! Who we gonna hit? Oh, sight coming.
7 left? Okay. Come on. Gotcha. Thank you. Moving over here.
Where the hell are you? I got the spot here. Look at you. On me! I got him.
Damn it, damn it. Get rid of you. And I succeeded, because you can't find me. 4 left. And yoink. I love doing that to them. It is just so fun. There's 3 left. Yep. 3 more. And bye-bye. Weak. A little bit of a hiccup at the beginning, but we got them all. Showed them 1-4. Cha. Come here, buddy. I got you. 7 more. 1, 2. So we got 2 more in here.
I'm in shock already. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I got you with my little warm hugs.
I'm in shock already. Can't believe what I'm seeing. Freeze took out the penny. And it looks like he drove off the bat. Maybe this Freeze guy's a better bet for us. Your ass so hard, he would... Ambush!
That was more like a failed attempt at an ambush. That wasn't even a good one.
Derailed him!
That was a terrible ambush, and I'm ashamed of it.
Think you're some kind of badass?
I'm the guy wearing literal ice-proof armor and beating the shit out of you. Yes, I think I'm badass. They realize who they're asking the question of, right? Master Vigilante.
I'll need to evacuate this lab of cryo-vapor before the lockdown protocol on this door is disengaged.
Get this. Let's get this boy. Warm you up. Now making sure there's no one else? No one else. Okay.
Holy... Thanks.
You're welcome. Just doing my job.
There's more going on here than a simple accident. This security guard's skin has the same blue coloration as Freeze's. I should set up a crime scene.
It's because we are detective first, not a vigilante.
Data analysis indicates that he died from heat stroke, but the control room doesn't show signs of overheating. This is some kind of crystallized chemical residue. Traces lead back into the lab.
Break down this little, yep.
The trail ends here. I should scan for more evidence.
I mean, that looks like evidence.
Two men struggled. One of them ran out of the lab. That would be the dead security guard I found.
Victor?
These palm prints are a match
Yep.
for Victor Freeze. He must have watched the security guard die.
I like how the case file report is called a cold case.
Freeze scavenged what he needed from various prototypes to build himself a super-cooled survival suit.
He's a smart cookie.
Extreme pressure built up inside the tank when ice sealed these outtakes. It appears that this guard was frozen by the cryo vapors from the resulting explosion.
He dead as fuck, though.
The evidence suggests the guard was frozen before the tank ruptured, perhaps by Freeze's cryo cannon. These DNA traces are a match for Victor Freeze. Spatter analysis suggests a blunt impact. Someone assaulted Freeze with a weapon. The cannon was knocked over and fired. When the tank exploded, it released a plume of cryochemicals. The plume enveloped Freeze and the guard, but the shockwave knocked the assailant clear. I need to find that weapon. It may have evidence I can use to identify the assailant.
If I remember right, it's Boyle.
DNA analysis confirms the gun was used to bludgeon Victor Freeze, and fingerprint analysis shows Ferris Boyle.
Oh!
It was Ferris.
I was like, I feel like it is Boyle, but I'm not sure.
Something was wheeled through this fluid, possibly a gurney.
It's Nora.
It must have frozen almost immediately for these tracks to have been preserved.
Reconstructing the scene.
Odd. Freeze was secretly doing research on Huntington's Korea, but this is a cryogenic weapons lab. The test subject was Nora Freeze. Now I know what happened here. Boyle hired Victor to help advance the secret cryoweapons program within GothCorp. In exchange, Boyle agreed to devote GothCorp resources to finding a cure for Nora's Huntington's. But Boyle was more interested in how Victor had managed to put Nora into cryostasis. When Victor realized that Boyle had no intention of following through on their deal, he decided to do the Huntington's research himself. But Boyle didn't like that. The cryochemical cocktail altered Victor's metabolism, as well as the guards. Boyle escaped ahead of the plume and had the lab quarantined. Victor survived, but he knew that leaving the supercooled lab would kill him. So he built himself a suit and utilized an organic supercoolant to keep his core temperature sub-zero. All this violence. He's just trying to save his dying wife.
Yeah.
The supercoolant Victor uses in his suit is the same fluid I need for the cryo drill.
This is why I love Freeze the most as like one of Batman's rogues. The amount of sympathy and like everything. He's probably one of the most human of all of them. I mean, they're all human, but still, like. I personally feel more for Victor. Do I condone it? No. God, no.
Alfred, send Gordon the evidence I've gathered on Boyle's crimes.
I'm sorry, Master Bruce. I know you had high hopes for what Ferris could do for Gotham.
That doesn't matter now. Victor's plan was never to kill Boyle. He needs Boyle's security access to get his wife out of GothCorp. That's all he wants.
And now, you're going to stop him?
I have to.
And are you still going to need that gurney?
I am. But not for Victor.
That's a good threat.
You know what I'm gonna do when I get out of here? I'm gonna have Candy pour me a nice hot bath. And then I'm gonna drown you in it. I'm trying, boss. This ice is tough.
Punch him in the face! Break them up, break them up, break them up. You just froze your own guys. What the fuck? Dude, I'm wearing thermal fists. Do you really want to be punching me? Bam!
I'm freezing to death. You're gonna get me on this damn iceberg.
You're good right where you are.
But you can't leave me here. I'll freeze to death.
Not my problem.
Oh, so you come back to gloat, have you?
Have ya?
I'll hang you with that bloody cape. You hear me?
You hear me? I think it's unless we build the drill right next to him.
You know that? Come on, Batman. You got a price, yeah? Name it. It's yours.
I'm good. Besides, my family made yours broke, so I think we're fine. You don't got much, Cobblepot. I'm missing 4 more.
You hear me, you pointy-head freak?
What was that? That's what I thought. Don't start shit and there won't be shit.
Let's be reasonable. You're not gonna let me die here now, are you?
Thinking about it. I mean, we're not gonna, but then again, not our problem. Like, you know. I gotta find those last 4 people. It's gonna bother me. And they're out in the city. Really? Bats, you can't jump that? Hearing up. The random times where the thing freezes is actually kind of cool. Oh, I'm kind of wondering, wouldn't the freezing of the cape make gliding not work? Unless it's just a thin layer and it's not enough to actually, like, solidify the material. Which is possible. Maybe. Is the cape still, like, flowing in as I run? These are the things I wanted that probably break the universe for me. Oh, I can't go that way at all. Okay. The fuck? That's what I wanted. That was dumb. Okay. I mean, I can't go up there and watch them. They always feel like somebody's watching them. They got no privacy. Wow. Must always feel like Batman watching them. Is it an anarchy sign? I think that is. Yep, it's Batman's an anarchy symbol. Oh, that counted. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I think it was going to count. Nope. Oh, shut up. You can literally ignore me. There is... like, this is one of those things like you shouldn't think about, but it's like an intrusive thought. I do kind of wonder. if you get cryogenically frozen, like that guy just was, is your brain awake the whole time? Or is it just like everything freezes? Like thought, all of it. And you wake up as if a few seconds have gone by. Because like that is a huge thing I've always wondered about. Because to my knowledge, the school of thought is you wake up as if no time has passed. Like, if anything, you just feel rested. But for the brain to still be, like, functioning, there's gotta be some synapses going. I think we have one more? Two more.
I'll be fine. Listen, I owe you one.
Then be a better cop. Like, that's the only way you can pay him back, is be better. Do better. We got that tag. We're again at the situation where it's like, they actually volunteering to be turned in, because like, I'll pick them up. I've been around here. Ugh, fucking Christ, where's the last two guys? I know that they are, like, they're all, the frozen ones are orange. I know that. So if I see orange, I go towards them. Dive bomb. Shut up. No one cares what you guys are doing. I am legitimately giving you guys an easy night by not kicking your asses. I just want to find two guys. Apparently I want to find that anarchy symbol because it's right in front of me. Whee! Boop. Yeah, we got 6 of those, so might as well just look for these while we're at it. Zoom. Zoom, motherfucker. Zoom. Wait. Nope. Go back up. Okay. 7. Didn't expect to find those two, but I did. You guys aren't frozen. There is a little bit of humor in them discussing, like, if anarchy's even worth following. A lot of them are just like, yeah, fuck that asshole. I think that's someone right there. Is that our frozen boy? It is our frozen boy. Okay. In there, though. Oh, there. We got ourselves our frozen boy. One more victim.
I'll be fine. Listen, I owe you.
Again, be a better cop. I can only say it so many times. Do better. I don't want to say the bar is low, but the bar is kind of low for you guys to do better. We got 4 more to find. 4 more anarchy tags and 1 more frozen boy. I don't know what they stole from my manor, but I have other things to worry about, so they get to walk away for now. What's one way to put it? Walking popsicle. I don't think he'd like if you said that to him. We get that one? I don't know. Oh, I didn't. Sweet. There's 3 more. Fuck. Okay. So when we go in, that's like, you know. Yeah, I did. Wasn't looking for you, though. I was looking for something else. Little schmucks just happened to be in my way. Okay. Is there a frozen boy nearby? I don't see a frozen boy. Anarchy tag nearby? No, I don't see one of those either. Well, I mean, there's that one, but we already got that. I mean, okay, that I disagree with. You do need to pay taxes to hate taxes. What I will agree with is the fact they always do raise taxes on the poor, pay for problems that can be solved by the rich. Like, I don't know the tax bracket in fucking Gotham, but I imagine, you know, Bruce ain't paying his fair share in taxes. Especially being that he's a multi-billionaire? millionaire, depending on which version you're going with. Like, the man has a multi-billion-dollar company. Multinational, too. Like, there's no way he's paying his fair share in taxes. Especially because his wealth is generational. There's no way that he's been paying fair share. Brucey Boy could pay more. Also, a lot of these criminals would go away if Bruce offered them all jobs. Like, Wayne Enterprises could literally hire half these people for their skills alone. And that would solve a huge, huge deficit for these people. Wasn't there a comic where he did that? He does it now and again. Like for select criminals. But Green Arrow does it more. Green Arrow will either hire them directly. Oh yeah, no, he gives some of them jobs. Not all of them, though. He goes to the low-level ones. Like the actual, like, pushers and shit. But no, Green Arrow will actually hire them outright. Or, as Green Arrow, write them checks to be like, I will pay you this much every month to inform for me. And just don't tell them. And whenever I show up, I will not take you out. You can just walk out and be fine. Oliver Queen is a better leftist than Bruce Wayne. And so far, Bruce has only lost all of his wealth once and lived out in an apartment for a little while. Yeah, no, Oliver Queen is the leftist we deserve. Green Arrow... there's a reason I prefer the Green Arrow to Batman. He is the true Robin Hood.